It's 1:30 on the dot. It is Wednesday. It is Wednesday. And it's twitch.tv/1030. The bubble gun's not working. No plugged it in. The bubble gun is working. Electronic Will, how you doing? Here, have a wee manual blast, Electronic Will. Electronic Will, thank you very much for subbing. Welcome in, how you doing? Everything is in disarray. Everything is in... Can you even hear me? Is the audio's working? I think the audio's working. Hey, listen, everybody, welcome in. If you've got any good news, feel free to stick your good news in the chat. I would like to know what your good news is. I would love to know what it is. Please, I need it. My good news is that you might be able to hear the ambient sound of the loft when I do this. Oh no, you won't just now, because I need to launch an application to make it happen. I've been up aloft all morning. So, this means that now I think if I do... Oh, I think it's going to work. You couldn't hear it. You can't hear it. But I've got firm belief that the audio is just going to work brilliant. We're going to go in the loft today, everybody. And the audio is just going to work brilliant and everything's going to work great. Welcome in. If you're just joining me and you are, then hiya. And I want to say hello to yous and also hiya. What's even happening? How's it going? I've updated my loft computer. If you saw the last stream, you would have been aware that everything wasn't working. But now it's working, kinda. And I think what it is that USB power is a thing. So what I've done now is combined all of my stuff into a powered USB hub. You're supposed to be hearing music just now and you aren't. It's because I updated my graphics card drivers. There we go, get a wee bit of muffled music in the background. Bubblegun's on the go again. Lights all work great. Caravor, how you doing? Welcome in, Caravor. Thank you very much. Last time that popped up on my screen, it didn't go away. So let's see if it goes away this time. Jim Carrey. Let's see if it goes away this time. It's not going away. It went away. Caravor, thank you very much. That's what I call a lofty idea. That's right, everybody. The loft is on the go, but you can't hear it for some reason. You should be able to hear it. Can't even hear it just a wee bit. And I wonder why that is. Let's go in and I'll click about when we're looking at the loft. In the meantime, let me know what your good news is. I would like to hear what your good news is. Gears it. No, couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you. If I do this, and then do this, then do this. Aye, Wavecast, Elgato Virtual Audio for Wavecast. Anyway. What should we be hearing? Just ambient noise, just ambient room. Like the thing that you're supposed to be hearing isn't interesting. But what you're supposed to be hearing is the microphone working, essentially, but it's just like dead silent, you know what I mean, rather than just an ambient backdrop. Anyway, everybody, how you doing? Welcome in. Let me start at the top. Hello, Offworld Aw. Hello, Funkyman31687, Old Duke Plodder. How you doing? Hello, Caravor. Jim Bop, I do Bop, Boom Bop. Thank you, Caravor, for that. It was lovely. Hello, Rye3D, Pedropolis, Caravor again. Caravor says, I've been watching countless dehumidifier videos on the YouTube. And your old Starting Soon music was on one? Really? Really? My Starting Soon music... Alright, my old Starting Soon music, I understand what you're saying. Kirsten, how you doing? Thank you, Jesus Christ. Kirsten, thank you very much for 300 bits. That's cool. Kirsten, thank you very much for chucking us your bits. I appreciate that, thank you. So hopefully what we're going to try out today is hopefully we can get the loft all just working brilliant. I'm looking forward to it just working brilliant, and then everything's going to be great. So today I've rerouted my USB setup. I wasn't on yesterday because I was working. I was in the place. And so I've accepted a couple more shifts and stuff. In fact, that reminds me I need to get back to the person about other shifts. And it's on WhatsApp. So I was in the building yesterday, so I've been doing a power of shifts. Which is cool. Because it means that I've got cash that I can now invest in the stream. So that's wonderful. Hello Carla, how are you? Welcome in, how's it going? Hello WeShed, Pedrop. WeShed, how's your phone going? I upgraded WeShed's operating system on his phone. It's a bit risky, because who knows how that's going to go. Pedropolis says, my good news is that I've been making good progress on my flat in preparation for the arrival of a puppy in 2 weeks. That is class. How good are dogs? Organising and culling my hoard has been pretty cathartic. It's beginning to feel like a 2-bedroom flat again instead of a bed sit. Tell us more about your puppy and less about your flat. Pedropolis, that is good news. See, just getting stuff cleared out feels amazing. I'm slowly chipping away at tasks that I've been meaning to do for a long time, but as a consequence of that, new tasks are cropping up. So I think I've finally got the loft back in good working order, but we'll see how it goes. Really useful boxes are the best thing ever. I've leaned into a box system. They used to be a lot cheaper. You used to be able to get 3 really useful boxes for a tenner, and now it's more like a tenner each. But now I've got a stackable box system, and I can't get other boxes because the other boxes aren't stack compatible with the boxes that I've currently got. I'm in a bit of a situation. Did you fix my charger yet? Nah. How's everything going with the charger, the replacement better charger that I gave you? Good news, back to work and everything is swell after months of upheaval. That's cool, Beanie Mac. How rubbish is upheaval? I hate it. Pedropolis have been very optimistic. Maybe the audio is gated out. It isn't. There's no noise gates or anything on it, at least none that I know about. But we can figure it out. I've got full faith that it's all going to work. At least I can see my devices now and things like that. Hello Steph Make Stuff, how you doing? Welcome in. Pup Dropolis, I love it. It gets very warm. The charger that I gave you, it's probably fine. Is it warm as in too hot to the touch warm? Or is it just kinda, it's a bit warm. Like a small bird and you pick it up in your hand and you're like, it's a wee heat. Hello Kate, welcome in, how you doing? Cater Cakes, I got a text from our mutual friend Dando today. Remember Dando, everybody? I got a text for Dando saying, here, have you heard about that RV game? It would be good to get myself, Dando and Cater Cakes all playing the RV game together. Have you seen it? It looks good. I was watching Cutter and Ad and Mike, I think, and Llama all play it, and it looks really good. That would be quite fun. So I don't know when that's going to happen. Roscoe's playing it, nice one. It looks really good. So I'd quite like to have a wee shot of that. The mum is standard issue. Oh, sorry, we're talking about the dogs. My friend's dogs had unexpected pups, so I know both the parents. A German Shepherd! Yes, man! A wee German Shepherd is going to be a big German Shepherd very, very soon. How good are dogs? Oh, I love them. Here, everybody, speaking of dogs, in 9 minutes, one of you lucky buggers is going to be able to feed Pippa her lunch biscuits. Now, earlier on, I heard Rachel feed Pippa her lunch biscuits, so this will technically be Pippa's second lunch. But Pippa loves her food, and she's doing quite well recently. She's lost a wee bit of weight, and she needed to. So I think she deserves a second lunch. Do you think Pippa deserves a second lunch? Because I think she does. So in 9 minutes, it'll have went 2 o'clock, and exactly at 2 o'clock, a Channel Point redemption will go live. And when that goes live, one of you, and only one of you, will be able to claim it. And when you claim it, autonomously, through the power of ingenuity and technology, you will be able to feed Pepper the dog her second lunch biscuits. Isn't that exciting? It's quite exciting. It costs 1,030 channel points, which doesn't have any monetary value. I'm not making any money off it, but I should make money off it. Imagine it was a tenner a go to feed the dog, and unless one of you's dropped a tenner, she never get fed. Imagine I did something like that, because I thought about it. Plodder, thank you very much for hydrating. Plodder, dealer's choice. Would you like a cup of tea, which is actually quite... I'm just going to drink a tea. Still a bit too hot. Still a bit too hot. So what I'm going to go for is the dregs of some fizzy water that's been sitting here for a couple of days. Thank you for the hydrate, Plodder. How are you doing? How's everybody doing? I'm taking a wee black and tan girl. Amazing, Pedropolis. That's class. I'm so excited for you. How good are new doggies? Just in time for Christmas as well. Dearie me. Pippa is definitely a hobbit dog, so it's okay. Aye, she's a tiny wee silly wee dog. But I live near the meadows, and Arthur states there will be many adventures to be had. Let's see how the crows react to me turning up with a dog. That's amazing. She's getting trained. Amazing that they're our friends ASAP. Amazing. Are the crows? Well, I don't know. You know, Fred had quite a relationship with the crows and the magpies. I've told you about all of that, haven't I? The crows thought he was great because he attacked a group of magpies that were attacking a baby crow. He didn't attack the magpies because they were attacking a crow. He attacked the magpies because they were distracted. So Fred went over and, well, he didn't really attack them, he was just like, ah! And so he chased the magpies away, and all the crows were like, see him, he's cool, man, he's a good guy. So Rachel and Fred came home, this is months ago, about a year ago. Rachel and Fred came home, Rachel phoned the RSPB bird person, was like, listen, there's a baby crow, and, you know, he's injured and stuff like that. And then went back out on her own to like meet the RSPB guy at the place, and as soon as she opened the door, every surface on the outside, every fence, every rooftop, every phone pole, just covered in crows. They followed her home just to be like, ah, thank you, cheers. And from that point on, every time Fred went out, he was just like this. The crows are dropping off pears. There was like a pear tree kind of nearby. The crows are stealing pears and dropping them in the garden for Fred because they thought he was cool because he, in their eyes, saved one of the crow children. He got himself into like pure storybook level adventures, did our Fred. Rest in peace, wee man. Anyway. But that's cool. When I was growing up, my grandpa had a German Shepherd called Patch, and he was cool. He was a police dog that didn't quite make the cut, but he made the cut for being like a cool dog. And so when I was tiny, he was like the first dog that I got to meet. And makes me sad thinking about Patch. He was a cool guy, man. I liked him a lot. My personal profile picture is the one that visits my window. Oh, the crow. Amazing. That's class. Listen, everybody, I'm thinking about doing a Halloween thing. And that's me, I've said it out loud now, so I kind of need to follow through with it. The thing that I've got in mind is quite ambitious, and so I don't know if I can technically achieve it, right? That's what I will say. But I'm not going to tell you what it is. So if I don't technically achieve it, then you won't know what it was that I was aiming for, and so it's actually going to be fine, probably. However, what I will say is I'm going to be live on Friday night maybe 8:30ish or something for the 10:30 2025 Halloween spectacular. And I hope it is spectacular. I'm putting a wee bit of work into it. And without giving anything away, it relies on some stuff happening that might or might not happen, put it that way. So you're all invited Friday night, live at twitch.tv/1030. Hot on the heels of last year, I did the magic show. The year before, I did that was Ghostwatch, I think. The year before that, I think it was the wrestling event. I think I took a year off, maybe, in amongst all of that. So there is a legacy of, Halloween streams that are actually pretty good. Magic Show wasn't great compared to the other ones, but it was a very high bar that I set myself. You know what I mean? So I'm going to give it another wee shot this year, and we'll see how it goes. Listen, everybody, 5 minutes till we get to feed Pepper. Who's going to be the lucky Pepper feeder? Oh, I don't know. Let's just find out in 5 minutes here, live on Twitch. Let me know if you need any help. I might need some help, Kate, actually. That would be cool. Thank you very much. 87 Aldrich says, I've been trying to befriend my local crows, but they're never about when I go and see them. That's a wee shame. We've got a murder of crows. I know the collective noun for crows. We have got tons of crows outside all the time. And I want to be like Brandon Lee and just be their best pal, but they don't really give me much attention since I'm no longer kicking about with Fred. My Halloween streams are not to be missed. I'm a wee bit nervous. I'm a wee bit reluctant to hype it up because I don't know if I can achieve what I want to in the time given. But worst case scenario, we'll have a wee bit of fun. Have a wee bit of fun, it'll be brilliant. My first year here was the year off, and the wrestling was the year before. Right, cool. I've been streaming for a hell of a long time, Hunter, man. Jings. Well, what I want to do today is head up the loft. However, I was convinced all the loft was all working brilliant and everything was great. I don't think it is. I'll be honest with you, I don't think it is. Let me click some stuff. What if I just pick that, right, and then go here? Let's see if we can just hear the background. Nah, that's me. You can just hear me sitting here. Can we ding hear the background microphone? Right, it's going to go black for a wee second. At least the visuals work upstairs. Do you know what I mean? I reckon the problem can only be solved if I go upstairs. So in 2 minutes time, one lucky person gets to feed Pepper the dog. I'm going to finish drinking my tea. And then after that, we're going to go upstairs and I'm going to easily just click 2 wee things, then the mic's going to work. When the mic is going to work, I'm then going to take you a tour of my brand new loft studio, right? And then when all of that just works fantastically well, I'm going to come downstairs, I'm going to grab the television for the living room, I'm going to take that upstairs, I'm going to dismantle it live on stream, piece by piece. Then I'm going to repair it. There's a bit that I need to solder right in the heart of the television. I'm going to do all of that successfully. I'm going to then remantle the television and it's just going to work great. And I'm going to bring it back downstairs, and that is the objective of today's stream. Does that sound good? Hello B Dolan, welcome in, how you doing? B Dolan, I was a wee bit distracted on your last sub message. 3 years? I only saw it, I was checking the VOD to make sure a thing worked. 3 years, man. It feels like I've known you forever, but at the same time it feels like only a few weeks ago that we first met each other. How weird is time, innit? What? But anyway. Rye3D says, Halloween streams are always a laugh. Was it last year when the glass shattered? Yes. So last year's Halloween was the magic show. The one before that was Ghostwatch. I think Ghostwatch is probably the best one that I've done. And then the one before that was the wrestling one, when I travelled back in time to 1998, when Mick Foley challenged me to a Hell in a Cell. Do you remember that? Flat circle, mate. Flat circle. See, if you take a flat circle and extrude it, do you get a cylinder? You do, not a sphere. So think about that. And they say time is a sphere. If you think about that, don't think about it too much. A return of the head cam and wrist watch would be something. Well, Carivore, I was off a wee bit there. I wasn't streaming too much, right? And I've got a special treat for you, because I really, really want my stream to be back to its brilliant best, right? That's why I've installed things like Pepper's 2 seconds. Pepper's feed thing. And the way that we do that is by... Okay, everybody, have a wee look. It's lunchtime for Pepper. Who's going to be the lucky person to redeem it? She's got her stupid wee jumper on. That's brilliant. I don't know if you can see her wee jumper, but she's got her wee jumper on. She's so funny. We've got her bat wings for Halloween, and she's ridiculous, man. She's a tiny, tiny wee dog. We invented a new song for her today. That's right, not wrote a song, we invented a song. And the song goes, her name is Pepper Potts. She is the size of jelly tots. She likes to poop and pee a lot. Her name is Pepper Potts. That's her. She's no idea we're all watching her. Oh, jinx. GDad4211, how you doing? Thank you very much for subbing. Welcome in. Look at this mostly automated stream. How cool is it all that it's working? What should be working, and it isn't, is these televisions should be going on every time there's a sub. And I think I can achieve that. Let's copy, or maybe not. Maybe not. So there should be an action called TV's on. That should be under Home Assistant. Because I put a wee bit of time into getting all of that done. TV's on. Right, let's test this. Ah, that's the old way of turning TVs on. Right, so let's get them deleted, man. That's right, I've got multiple ways of turning my televisions on. Right, so let's do that. This is good. GDad4211, thank you very much for subbing. Welcome in. What's happening? So what we're going to do now, is this even set up? I think this is set up. Aye, this is an old way of doing stuff using Python. Right, cool. I will fix that later on, but thank you very much for drawing attention to it. Cool. Let me just have a look for CRT. Aye, I don't have this set up. Right, everybody, I think it's... Well, let me finish my tea first, but then we're going to go up the loft, and it's all just going to work brilliant. Everything's going to work great. Pete Dolan says, ever see the conspiracy guy who says time is a sphere? No way to say time is a cube, really? I was on Salvia once, and I sort of had a weird hallucination that I was inside a giant donut clock. Imagine a clock, but it's a donut, like a torus. But then the hands of the clock are like bands around the torus. How would that work? Anyway, I was inside one of them once. It wasn't fun. Didn't like it. But it made me consider how I would build a giant donut clock at some point. It felt like a profound and interesting idea at the time, but now that I've actually said it out loud, it's not really that interesting an idea. Rolling Sausage says, I put Pepper's jumper on for a nice time. That's cool. Thank you very much. How fun is Pepper? Rolling Sausage, is Pepper's bat wings about? Do you fancy showing everybody Pepper's bat wings? Although, I don't know if I can view Pepper again without feeding her again. So maybe we shouldn't do that. Oh no, I think I can. Aye, I can. Pepper's got bat wings, everybody. They are, but she hates them. That's fair enough. She doesn't like her bat wings. Hello, Drabby. How you doing? Welcome in. A toroidal? Aye, like a toroidal timepiece. The plasma toroids are class. I don't know. I don't want to think about them too much. When we put Pepper's bat wings on, she goes into her wee house and hides. She just stays in her wee stupid house. It's a wee shame. So we don't put her bat wings on too much. But she quite likes... we were out a walk recently. And we put on a wee jacket for her. See, Fred wasn't really into clothes. You know what I mean? We had like... you know, wet weather gear and stuff like that for him. But he wasn't really into clothes. But with Pepper, she's like a wee old woman's dog. So she likes jumpers and, you know, all of that sort of stuff. Nah, I can't get into that thing to show you. Let's see. So we went a walk, and we had like a wee wet weather jacket on for her. But it's a bit tight round about her chest, and she just wasn't into it at all. She doesn't like the rain. She's the people's princess. She's like that. I don't like the rain. I'm the people's princess. And fair enough. So we were able to walk for maybe about 5 minutes. And she was just like that. Well, we'll go back to the car. So we did. We just went back to the car. And we sat and watched Cudder on the phone in the car. Here. Oh, what? Aye, there we go. Waika sent me a video. Aye, there we go. I thought it'd been taken off the internet. Could you hear this? Aye, you can. Here, listen to this. I watched this, and I didn't really know what to make of it, other than what? I think it'll have a different effect on me than it will to everybody else in the world. But imagine you're me watching this for the first time. Check this out. Bear with me. Bear with me.
James Houston.
I don't remember that. I was saying to Rachel I should text her. Rachel's like, text her? Get her text? There's that one, there was that one. That was kinda a thing. I don't remember. So that's a film called Other, directed by David Moreau, and it's on Shudder. So I need to watch that. Who was that lass? The actress is Olga Kurylenko, with a K. Kurylenko. Olga Kurylenko. I'll remember her. But it's something different, isn't it? At least you know you smell good. Who knows, man? She might like the smell of weed. Hello, Mary Biscuits. Welcome in. How's it going? How am I supposed to deal with that, though? I have watched it about 400 times. Let's watch it again.
James Houston.
Olga, how are you doing? All right, Olga. See if you're watching, Olga. Use a phone, right? Use a wee phone. Let's see if they've spelt my name right. Nah, Huston. Nah, here, guys. False alarm, everybody. I think it's a different guy. I think it's a different guy. Huston. James Huston. Ah, well. Also, he spells James with a lowercase j. So, and he probably calls J J. Do you know what I mean? Anyway. Is it Huston? It's Huston. Yep. Different guy. False alarm, folks. False alarm. Sorry, Olga. Sorry about that. Anyway. So what we're going to do is we're going to head upstairs. Shaggis, I think, I thought I got the mic for the loft working with the streaming PC. And I just tried it there, can't hear it. But pretty sure we are a few clicks away from it working. So, as it turns out, in the streaming PC in the loft, a few other USB devices weren't working. And I figured out that it was the the USB power. There were too many devices powered into USB. And so that meant that certain ones just were showing up but weren't actually doing anything. So I have now got a USB 3 external powered USB hub. Today I put some stuff into that. I took the mouse and keyboard and just put them, I looked online to see the USB output of the particular PC, because some of the USB, they all look the same, they aren't the same. Some USBs are USB, they aren't very good. Some of them are like, yeah, and some of them are high-end USBs. So I put the powered USB hub into the high-end USB port. I took the mouse and keyboard, just put them in the shitty USB, because nobody has a mouse and keyboard, calm down. And then I took one of the cameras, put it into one of the other good USB ports, tested, all seemed to work fantastic. Microphone showed up, everything seemed to work fantastic. Came down here, turned the loft on, and you can't hear a thing, But you should be able to, and I just think it's a matter of clicking some stuff. So we're going to go upstairs and we're going to do that. Imagine after smelling it she says, Houston's boosting. I shouldn't have boosted. Why are you hiding your clothes in women's walls, you weirdo? She seemed to be into it, okay? Listen, I've got my strategies. You will know him by the trail of scented jackets. Rolling Sausage says, I can pass the baton on, living in a home automation system. She can try turn on the lights. No, I remember her now. It didn't work out. You're a lot better, Rolling Sausage. She was more of like an N64 sort of woman. I was more a PS1 sort of guy. Wasn't compatible. Jog on, Olga. Jog on. Away you go. Play your, your WCW, whatever that game is. Rubbish. I'm playing Wipeout, hen. Weeshed says, it's no you, it was me. Is that what it is? Got you. Honking a free McDonald's. Deary me. So what is that about? I need to just watch that and accept it. Just be like, alright. How do you respond to that as a video? She's still welcome to you? Nah, I'm alright. I think the window is gone. Hello, Funkle Albert. She also finds a pair of trousers with the name Tim30 on the label. Tim30. Rye3D says, I keep expecting a loft jump scare. Nah, you won't get a loft Ah, you bastard, Jay. Oh, spooky times. Nah. Monster Star PS1, 100%. That's what's happening. That was mean. It wasn't that bad, was it? I was away from the mic. Was that scary? I didn't mean it. Sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Halloween season giving you a wee scare. I'm a bad guy here. I'm sorry, okay? Not sorry. Do it again. Will I do it again? Nah, I'm not going to do it again. Ah! Right, that's it. I don't seem sorry. Genuinely sorry. Here, speaking of Halloween stuff, right? I've got something planned for Halloween night, but I don't want to tell you what it is because it might not work. And depending on what I get done today and tomorrow, I'm not working today or tomorrow, but depending on what I get done today or tomorrow will shape what I've got planned for Halloween night. And regardless to if a certain thing works or if it doesn't work, then we'll still have good fun. We'll still have a good Halloween stream. And you probably won't know if the thing that I've got planned has transpired or if it hasn't transpired. But see if a certain thing falls in my favour. That was a combination of like a scary ghost noise and like a pure noise at the same time. Here, check this out. Ah! It's like when we played the arcade. Two Crooked Fingers, how are you doing? Welcome in, Two Crooked Fingers. Thank you very, very much. Boo. Oh, avoid service. That gave me a wee fright. Avoid service. Two Crooked Fingers, thank you very, very much. Welcome in, how's it going? Aye, that video, Rachel's right, is a bit like when I discovered this. Do you know there's a game for the SNES? Do you know, maybe that's who Olga's talking about? There's a game for the SNES called Jimmy Houston's Bass Fishing Tournament USA. And I think that's who Olga's on about, man. Let's see if I can find this. So this here is, don't know if you can see it, but up here, spelled correctly, it says Jimmy Houston. It isn't me. Jimmy Houston's Bass Tournament USA. Imagine it was a bass tournament, that would be cool. But it isn't. So that guy there's called Jimmy Houston. I need to deal with that. So it might be that guy. It might also be, and this is going to take me a wee while to find, actually. Will it take me a wee while to find? Was it on Threads or was it on Blue Sky? This might take me a wee bit to find. Aye, I don't think it's on Threads. I think it was on... what am I even called on Blue Sky anymore? Blue Sky 1030. I think I'm just called 1030.co.uk on Blue Sky. But do I need to sign in and all of that? Oh, I've abandoned this a long time ago. Sign in. That one. Next. Oh, I don't know my password. Okay, maybe that password. Nah, incorrect password. Alright. But if anybody follows me on Blue Sky, there is a tweet that I posted on Blue Sky. And it was something along the lines of like, oh, this is how I find out that I shared the name with a guy. And if anybody knows where that is, how do I see my stuff on Blue Sky 1030? Because there was a guy that shared my name. Oh, I think I've found my profile. Can I see my tweets without signing in? Aye, there we go. There we go. So apparently there is a American sports guy also called James Houston. How did I find out about that? By reading this. Cool. Cool. Not me. Not me. Not me. That guy. I've got no affiliation with that guy. However, maybe Olga does have an affiliation with that guy. So it turns out there is more than two Jimmy Houstons, or James Houstons, or Jim Houstons. But it is what it is. Hello, Halric TV, welcome in. How's it going? Hello, Anna Realtor, how you doing? Welcome in. So I think at some point on stream we need to play Jimmy Houston's Bass Tournament USA. Oh, when I'm here I just happen to have a look at all these wonderful streamers. Anybody in? Look at all these wonderful streamers. How class was that? Lots of wonderful streamers and Big Taffman. Ho 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 ho. Banter. Did a bit of Taffman banter. Funkle's in. There we go. Mary Biscuits, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mary Biscuits. I did find it, but thank you very much. Wild, innit? Absolutely wild. Hello, Mootsy. You alright? So, aye. Stuff that I've got to tell you. Halloween's going to be good, hopefully. And that's about that. I've been working on Loft stuff. So, Loft stuff shall hopefully be all happening brilliant. And without further ado, should we go up the loft? Let me guzzle some tea. Then I'm going to go up the loft and we can hopefully make the audio happen. And it's going to be exciting when it does happen. She's going to regret sniffing that hoodie if it's this one. Listen, she didn't seem very regretful. If her facial expressions were anything to go by, maybe they're both into that. It's got nothing to do with me. Just tannin tea. Hold on. Awfully dusty up there. Right. I'll be up the loft as quick as I can. It's all just going to work perfectly. To the loft zone. To the loft zone. Let's go. Before I go to the loft zone, I want to make sure that the audio has definitely been added on this side. Right? So I will do that. You just need to look at my confused face for a wee bit. So I'm going to add source, add audio input, something called Loft Audio. So that's it being added. Let's double click Loft Audio. That is definitely that. Virtual audio for Wavecast. Brilliant. Right. And then I think that's all that I need to do. Once the loft is up and running properly, I will get some special Crystal Maze dum 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 to the loft zone and some graphics as well. Funkle Albert, that would be lovely. Yes, 100%. Dum dum ba ba bum dum 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 dum. I'll do the graphics if you do the music, Funkle. That would be amazing. Right. I'll hopefully see you up there, and the audio is just going to work brilliant, and everything's just going to work great. I'll see you soon. Radio Rendell, that's a good wee dog. That's a good wee dog. Radio Rendell, thank you very, very much. Try turn it off now and again. Done it, mate. Done it, mate. Done it. Done it. This is why I ran a cable to my streaming PC. I know. So I did run a cable. I ran a cable. But the cable goes out of sync over the course of an hour or so. So this is a non-cable method that's supposed to be brilliant. Cost me 40 odd quid for the software. Supposed to just work brilliant. Radio Rendell, thank you very much for the sub. Except it doesn't. You're a lie beneath the headphones. Hello Stevie boy, how you doing? Welcome in. 43 quid spunked. I wonder if I could get a refund. Let's look at the settings here, eh? Let's just look at the settings here, because it's probably just me being a silly idiot, right? Did you see when I was talking, the volume meter was like, aye, I'm hearing you loud and clear. Do you know what I mean? Cherry Burn says it did create a tragic tableau. You're a tragic tableau. Let's have a look at it again. That's a wee shame for that guy. I mean, look at all the... I've put lots of effort into getting these camera angles working and all this. Look at that. Camera sometimes follows me around sometimes and stuff. You know? So that's something. I need to start working out. So, but we have been through all the settings on the upstairs computer, haven't we? Been on all the settings on the upstairs computer. So obviously it's something to do with these settings right here. You're a wide shot. Terrible Clun, in that tent is a 3D printer. And it's a resin 3D printer, so I wouldn't trust it. I would need to completely decontaminate it because it's got bad resin in it, and that resin can cause you serious medical problems. Can I put that on my Grindr profile? A tragic tableau? Aye, 100%. So, right, obviously it's something to do with this, right? So, basically, remote PC, that's the upstairs one. Remote PC. So, I can send audio from here to there. But I want audio from there to here, right? So, I want either microphone 4, which is Rode NT USB, or a channel called Loft Audio that I've created, right? Or just any audio device, to be fair. Absolutely anything. So what I'm going to do in this scene here is add an audio input capture. I'm going to call this test, right? And what device am I now going to add to this scene, right? I'm expecting something called wave thing, right? So mic in, it's not that. Camlink Pro Audio 1, it's not that. Wavelink microphone, no, that's this microphone. I think it's Wavecast. I think it's that, right? It's not Wavelink monitor. It's not microphone USB audio device. It's not Camlink Pro Audio 2 Camlink Pro. It's not Webcam 4 NDI webcam audio. It's not microphone using NVIDIA Broadcast. It's not Webcam 1 NVIDIA webcam audio. It's not Wavelink Stream. That's a different thing. And is this scrollable? Because sometimes they hide the scroll bars, don't they, on lists like this? Sometimes you think that's the complete list, but there's actually a hidden scroll bar, because know how they hide your scroll bars nowadays? Remember back in the day, you wouldn't hide your scroll bars, but know how nowadays sometimes they'll... Stevie Boy, thank you very much. Stevie Boy, thank you very, very much. Stevie Boy, welcome in. How's it going? I'm going to choose Wavecast, right? After that, I'll try default. After that, I'll try default, right? Going to try Wavecast. Who else is angry that they hide our scroll bars? What have the scroll bars done to them? Do you know what I mean? We've got more resolution on our screens than ever before. And yet they're like, let's just hide the scroll bars. Dark practices is what's going on. Hiding the scroll bar is the worst user accessibility feature of the modern day. I thank you for the support there, Shagus. Thank you very much. So, I have now created, oh I hate it, I've now created an audio, or did I even create that? I don't think I fully created it. Going to add source, audio input capture, test. So I've now apparently, but I can't see it. It's not working, everything's fucked. So if up here I choose that, nothing's working. If I so something changed here. So this disconnected. So let's hit connect again. Connect. And in the test channel, nothing's showing up. Loft audio, nothing's showing up in the test channel. Default, nah. Oh, it's disconnected. So there is something weird going on, isn't there? If it keeps disconnecting, let's connect. Who knows, mate? I mean, we could flip this around, right? And on the remote PC, say all audio goes to anything. See if I could just in any way get any type of microphone coming for the upstairs computer out. That would be just wonderful. But I can't choose the output here. However, any of these outputs you should be able to hear. So Wavelength Game as an output, that, do you know what I mean? Nothing at all. But anyway, that's me doing it a silly way. This is the way that you should be doing it. So Loft Audio, which is a device that exists upstairs, which sums all of the audio you should be able to hear right now, because that is going to Wavecast, which is an Elgato virtual audio device, and it's just not working. It's just not working. And Wavecast is the device that I've added into OBS. Like if I try default, that's not going to be anything. It'll probably double my mic or something. Default's nothing. That's just, these are all the devices that this computer can see, right? But the correct one is called Wavecast. That is the Elgato virtual audio for Wavecast. And that there is what we need. And it's no anything else. It is definitely that. So we should be able to hear an output of that. And what we're doing is we're sending, what about just the microphone? What about not the fancy mix? What about just the mic? Right, let's disconnect it, let's connect it again. Anything coming out of it? No, nah. No, nope. Nope. So that's good, isn't it? What's in settings? You're going to dox me with my IP address or something like that? Network. Stability. Let's just bang this 150 milliseconds. I don't even care. Right? Put stability to maximum stability. Get a wee user interface issue where there's a margin here which is obscuring the graphic for the... Do you know what I mean? You can see it's sort of getting clipped, but I don't even care about that. I care about hearing the upstairs microphone. You know? You're going to dox my public IP address? Aye, probably. Probably. Dark colour theme, please. Let's see what those IPs were. Ah, no, we're fine. Bluetooth. So it's connected using Ethernet. I wonder if there's anything in my router that I need to turn on or something like that. 40 odd quid. I think it was like 47 quid. Leave your phone up there blasting audio when you come down next. Well, Mootsy, the microphone is like a room mic. So even with nothing, like you'd be able to hear the room. The room noise is at about minus 45 decibels, even if I'm sitting there quiet. So you would be able to see, and there's no audio gates, there's nothing like that. Also, I've done that. I did that 2 days ago. I was at this all day. And I thought that I'd finally got it all fixed. But it turns out I haven't. Last resort, a very long mic lead. Well, Jack Animated, the problem is that I need all of the audio on that computer kind of summed together, because sometimes I'll be upstairs and I'll be in a browser and I'll be looking at a tutorial or something. I'll be watching a video on YouTube, and you need to be able to hear and see that as well. If you consider 2 empty cans a long bit of string, aye. Have you used Blackmagic or NDI tools? I've used Blackmagic, I've used NDI, but the problem with NDI is that the audio drifts out of sync after about half an hour or something, which is why I'm trying this thing, which is supposed to just work great. Let's look at the ad copy. Elgato Wavecast, it's called. Elgato Wavecast. Right. This is what fooled me, right? Wavecast, dual PC audio. Made simple. Made simple. If you're on a dual PC setup, Wavecast is built for you. It sends your game audio from one PC to another over your network, without the need for mixers or extra cables. Whether you are gaming, streaming, or creating content, it keeps everything in sync with minimal setup and low latency. 3 days I've been at this. Minimal setup, 3 days? 3 days, 40 quid. Requirements, Windows 11. I had to install Windows 11 on that machine. Got an Elgato Marketplace account. 2 PCs on the same network. Yep, Ethernet. Yep. So that's about games. I'm no using it for games. Ultra low latency and set up in seconds. Set it up in seconds, is it? Experience smooth, real-time sound between your gaming and streaming PCs with Wavecast. Your mix stays perfectly in sync. That's what I need it to be, perfectly in sync. So your gameplay and streaming audio always match. One click it promised me. Wavecast automatically detects your other PC and connects with a single click. No manual IP entry or network setup is required. Wavecast lets you route your microphone from the streaming PC back to the gaming PC. This makes it easy to use one mic for everything, including your stream commentary, in-game voice chat or Discord, without extra hardware or complicated routing. Choose exactly what you want to send. Just anything. All audio, the current app, or a specific source. You can also pick any output device or virtual channel on the second PC for full control. Why audio is tricky in dual PC setups. All of this convinced me to part with 40 quid. 2 seconds, my phone has been buzzing like nobody's business. Aye, we're fine, we're alright. However, somebody has just assigned a task to me on Microsoft Teams, and it's not going to get done because I'm not working the day. But let's just look and double check to see if I should be working the day. No, I shouldn't be working the day. So somebody has assigned a task to be in Microsoft Teams. Rolling sausage, I wouldn't mind a wee packet of sweets chucked in. MJ Havoc C137, thank you very much for your Prime sub. That is a lovely low poly toucan. Is that a toucan? That's cool. Is that supposed to be a white background? Because it's looking awfully green on this telly, and I wonder if my telly's ready to go on the blink. MJ Havoc C137, thank you very much. It is supposed to be a white background. That's all I need is for this telly to go on the blink. I looked online, right, and turns out this particular television has been recalled. According to Sony, this television can spontaneously go on fire. Brilliant. So there's a PDF on the Japanese Sony website that's like, don't use that telly. It's got a green tint, your TV's fine, thank you. MJ Havoc, thank you very much for your Prime sub. Stevie Boy, Radio Rendell, Two Crooked Fingers, and GDad4211. So I was online and I was like, why is this telly being recalled? And there's a component to do with the power. I forget exactly what it is. But if it's old, it can sort of decay a bit. It's like there's windings round it or something. And if it's old, basically it can cause arcs and it can be a bother. So I've set up a system where this gets turned off at the plug automatically unless I'm streaming. So I put a wee bit as like an inductor or something like that. And I looked online and the problematic bit is only 30 quid for a new one. So once I've got everything else out the way, I'm going to spend that 30 quid. We're going to buy a new one and it's going to get delivered and we're going to install it into this just to prevent fire. You know what I mean? So I first looked online and I found one for 250 quid. And I'm like, I don't want to prevent fire that much. But then I kept looking and there's one. I'm going to open the back of another TV. Hello, how's it going? Sweeties! Thank you very much. Cheers. Rachel's in with some sweeties.
A wee sugar boost.
A wee sugar boost. Thank you very much. So I absolutely don't understand why this wave shite isn't working. Wavecast. $49.99 US dollars. Brutal, isn't it? So I think what I'm going to do, because I really need this working, guys. I think what I'm going to do is maybe bounce and go into the Elgato Discord and just ask for help. You know what I mean? Gary Black says, sorry, I was on a work call and I want to make sure I understood. Did I see a lassie in her scants put your high school J-Scout at a wall and have a deep huff of it? Gary Black, haha. Yep. Yep. Gary, see how confused you are? Which is fairly confused. Imagine how I feel, because I watched that and I'm just like that. You know what I mean? Anyway, listen, I don't know how to get this audio working, and I need this audio working, because listen. Hear it? Do you hear it? Fuck all is what I hear. Let's listen again. Is the microphone thing just a distraction for fixing the lights in your house? All of it is a distraction from grief. Remember death? So this is what I'm doing for the rest of the day now. Is I'm going to try and get this bloody audio working. What I'm thinking it might be is, right, when I installed Windows 11, there was a tool to de-bloat Windows 11 and like remove the telemetry and stuff like that. And so I wonder if some of the telemetry that it removed, like Copilot and the Microsoft Teams app and all that, I wonder if some of that was like internal microphone sending technology or something. I'm going to uninstall and reinstall the app a couple of times. You know what I mean? Going to do some of that. And basically, it's all just going to work great. It's all just going to work great. It's what it's all going to do. And don't you worry about it. Oh, I'm gutted, man. I really thought that was us. Listen, everybody, I'll be back. You're a VLC. Worst comes to worst, you could try V-Ban audio. Aye, maybe. I mean, I'm 40 quid down. You could call this sunk cost fallacy. Maybe it's just sunk cost fallacy is what's going down. Install VLC, might put the codecs you need. Good shout. Good shout. I mean, all of that should be in the application that I installed. I'm going to, and what's really annoying is both PCs are like a ladder away. So see, diagnosing this sort of stuff crushes your soul, man. I'm going to maybe set up desktop sharing, what's it called? Remote desktop. I tried that yesterday, wouldn't work. Anyway, everybody, listen, my name's James Houston and Houston's Boosting. Thank you very much for coming in. All the very best to you. Keep it real, take it easy, catch you after. That's me done everything I want to do except from the magic trick. And the magic trick looks like this. You ready? My heart wasn't in it. It still worked. I'm quite happy with it, but my heart wasn't in it. See you later, everybody. Love you. Bye.